I wanted to go back to the book of Isaiah really quick. Um, Isaiah was a great prophet. And according to the definition of a prophet is someone who receives information from a higher source, for example, God. Even Isaiah was perplexed in the 60th chapter and 8th verse. He questions himself and his sanity, and he says, "Who are these who fly as doves to my window?" That sounds a lot like these days when people are perplexed when they say, "Who are these beings who?" There was an individual from Colorado, I believe. I forget his name, but he has this famous video of a extraterrestrial peeping through his window. Isaiah, many years ago, says, "Who are these who fly as doves towards my window?" The book of Zechariah, again by the MacArthur Study Bible. This is the Bible's dictionary's definition of the book of Zechariah. This book is the most messianic, apocalyptic, and esoteric in the Old Testament. Primarily, it is a prophecy about Jesus Christ focusing on his coming glory as a means to comfort Israel. Now check this out. While the book is filled with visions, prophecies, signs, and celestial visitors. Celestial visitors. Who are these celestial visitors? Celestial means space, of space. Who are these people? I mean, now if they're angels, why doesn't the book just say angels? It says celestial visitors. And also in Zechariah, the 5th chapter and the 1st verse is talking about a flying scroll. Let me go to that real quick. The vision of the flying scroll. Then I turned and raised my eyes and saw there a flying scroll. And he said to me, "What do you see?" So I answered, "I see a flying scroll." Now check this out. He goes into the length of it. He's giving you exact measurements. He's very descriptive of what he's seeing. I doubt that this is a scroll. Its length is 20 cubits and its width 10 cubits. What is all of that about? And again, in the book of Zechariah, the 5th chapter, is this the 5th chapter? Yes, the 5th chapter, and the 5th verse, he talks about a vision of a woman in a flying basket. Lift your eyes now and see what this is that goes forth. So I asked, "What is it?" And he said, "It is a basket that is going forth." Now, here is oh wow. Alright, check this out. In the 7th verse of the 5th chapter of Zechariah, he said, "Here is a lead disc lifted up, and this is a woman sitting inside of the basket." Wow. Now we all know about flying saucers, flying discs, and here in our Christian Bible, one of the prophets is shown a woman sitting inside of a basket. But this basket is on top of a disc, a flying disc. This is right here in the Bible. That's just amazing. There's more. There's so many verses that speak of clouds and Jesus, God himself being inside of clouds. Here in Acts, the 10th chapter and the 15th verse, Peter has a vision of animals and so forth. I assume that this is about an apocalyptic vision. And he says here in the 15th verse of the 10th chapter of Acts, "And a voice spoke to him again the second time, 'What God has cleansed you must not call common.' This was done 3 times, and the object was taken up into heaven again." What object? What is going on here? Clearly, Peter sees a vision of an object being taken up to heaven. And what many scholars say, especially Zechariah's Sitchin, is that when we see the word heaven in the Christian Bible, that word was mistranslated. Actually, the Bible never mentions heaven. The Bible, when we see the word heaven, it really should say sky. So this object was taken up to the sky. Revelation, another great book that describes goings-ons in the heavens and in the sky. Revelation, the first chapter, 7th verse. Behold, he is coming with clouds, and every eye will see him, even they who pierced him, and all tribes of the earth will mourn because of him. Even so, amen. He is coming with clouds. Why clouds? Are clouds really that scary? Maybe a funnel cloud from a tornado, but maybe Jesus is coming with tornadoes. That just doesn't make any sense at all. They put much emphasis on clouds. Again, when I spoke earlier about Isaiah, in the book of Psalms, where it says that God rode upon a swift cloud, a very fast cloud. That's interesting. These people had no knowledge of transport other than horse and carriage, or maybe donkey. So I would assume that if they saw a spaceship, they wouldn't call it a spaceship unless they knew exactly what was going on, like some of the prophets. Ezekiel said he saw a wheel in the sky. Very quickly, I'm done with showing verses in the Christian Bible. There's so many more, and I will be talking about these verses all night. I just wanted to get to some of the most explicit verses that I thought speak of flying saucers or what have you. But very quickly, in the Bible's glossary in the back, I wanted to look up clouds, because you see clouds in here as a mode of transportation, literally as a mode of transportation, as vehicles. So this is an index, I apologize. And it says clouds, and it tells you different chapters you can go to, different books. And it's just some of the things here. Clouds are a garment of the sea. They are balanced in the air. They are established. They spread out. Power and wisdom of God exhibited in. Made of the glory of God. Chambers of God. Swift, great, small, thick, bright, white. I think this is very important. Chambers of God. A chamber is a room or a dwelling. So that's where the Greeks said that Zeus lived upon the clouds in Olympus. Do we really believe that? Really? Does the God that we think we know spend his time living in a cloud? That is ridiculous, and that is childish. It was a spaceship.